Hey, this is Megan for Paris Films. I have a very important question to ask you guys. I was on Facebook, as you do, and a very important question came up. For those who know who I am, I have high-functioning Asperger's syndrome, and a lot of people have been asking this question for a while now, if there was a way to do it. And I let it simmer in the back of my mind, and I want your guys' opinion on a very important fact. A very important thing that can be indeed someday a fact. Do you people, whether you have autism, Asperger's, whatever, believe that Asperger's or autism should be medicated? Should it be something that we pop pills for? I know there's a lot of psychiatric medications to help with depression and stuff like that, but I'm going to throw my 2 cents out there. I really don't think this is something that should be medicated. I know there are people who say, well, I have Asperger's or I have autism and I'm severely depressed, so I take this medication. Well, that doesn't solve the problem at hand, now does it? It's like, oh, I have a very itchy bite from a bug, so I'm going to put moisturizer to keep the skin from drying out. No, you put baking soda on that. You pull the poison out, buddy. Random metaphors. Yeah. And the reason why I was thinking about this question was because as of late at my place of work, it's been a little difficult because I try to explain the most logical way why I act and think the way I do, and you can't just slap the word Asperger's or autism in there because it just makes people confused, makes people more agitated. It's like using it as a crutch. So instead, I've tried to explain to the best of my ability logically certain things. For those who have seen my blogger, Life and Times of an Aspie, I'll put a link below. There's an entry there where I talk about sorry, that was a dire need of doing. There's a blog post of me talking about how I talk to myself. And it's not that I hear voices. And I explained this to my manager, and she gets it, but some of the employees don't. Where I talk to myself because I have thoughts in my head. And when sometimes, this doesn't happen all the time, but there are times where if you want to get something out of your head, you repeat it over and over again, at least for me. I repeat it over and over again, and it will wear out. Well, in my head, it doesn't wear out. It just goes around and around and around and around and around and doesn't stop. So what I have to do is say it out loud. I have to actually speak the words that are in my head and talk them out. Otherwise, I can't push it out and go to the next thing I need to think about. And this ends up becoming something of where not just of what I'm thinking, but certain scenarios pop in my head. In order to get rid of them, I have to say them out loud. And that goes for anything. I have to hear from my mouth my thoughts. Otherwise, I can't organize them properly, and sometimes they don't come out as they need to. So when I try to actually give a logical explanation, for some reason, even after using the words that I have used to come out of my mouth to explain why I have this weird phenomenon with talking to myself, people still give me that, okay, you're weird, bye, creepy come off. So people then assume that I need some sort of form of medication, which I don't. I don't need a form of medication. I've just logically explained to you why I have to do that. And I don't feel medication is the answer. I feel more like therapy, maybe. Maybe going to a person who is really good with handling autism and Asperger's. Even having a doctor who has autism and Asperger's and has figured it out, which would be really interesting to see if we could find somebody who has autism and Asperger's. That would be great if you can kill two birds with one stone on that spectrum. But if there was a way for them to be therapeutic, and there are therapies you can go to, but people feel the quickest answer is to pop pills. And if anybody's ever taken medications, I haven't, but I always come to the conclusion that it's nothing but a big, huge circle where I have this problem, I have depression, let's take medication for said depression. You've secluded the depression. I am now anxiety. I have horrible anxiety because the problem has not been solved, so we're going to put medication on the anxiety instead of trying to focus on the problem. Now, when it comes to medications for certain symptoms like that, there is a maybe small need for it, okay? Maybe you have twitches, or maybe you have a niche that's not a good niche. For me, it's constantly walking and needing to think in a certain way. So I have to walk, and I have to move around, I have to pace around, I have to move. If there was a way to medicate that, but not make me feel brain dead. Because I know people with ADHD have that problem. They'll take medications and they're just bored. They don't know what to do with themselves. It's like, we have a busy highway, let's block the streets off with a concrete wall. That's a great idea, guys. That's more power to you if that works, which it doesn't. But if there's like a little niche that needs to be fixed, like a physical impairment that could cause problems, such as maybe you randomly have a twitch when you think, or for me, certain sounds hurt, like I'll suddenly hear a screeching baby, and that just causes me to withdraw. If there was a medication that helped me not have that problem and certain sounds, and it didn't cause another problem to occur, which we all know how that medication works, then that would be great. I wouldn't care, but I wouldn't want it to affect the good things that Asperger's has given me. I have a deeper thought process than most people. I look at things from different angles. And I know if I did not have Asperger's, I would not be able to think in this way. And I know that if I took medication, it would probably get rid of it. So, bottom line, in my opinion on that, is if there was a way to get rid of the little niches, like, again, with the eye thing. Everybody's like, oh, you can't keep eye contact with me. If there was a medication to correct that, I don't know how you would do it. So there's my few cents. I know this is kind of long, my apologies. If you heard any rumbling, there's a thunderstorm kind of rumbling around. There's like no wind, there's no rain, it's just kind of rumbling, like an upset, empty stomach right now outside. So please bear with that if you heard that. If not, cool, awesome, that means the webcam's better than I thought. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Leave comments below. Do you think autism/Asperger's, should it be medicated? Should it be something that we should be able to medicate? And I know most of you are going to say no, but I still want to hear your thoughts. You know, or even therapeutic. What are your thoughts if there's a way we could therapeutically... I don't want to use the word cure because that's not right. There's a whole vent I could do on that. But what are your thoughts? I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to like. Subscribe if you want, because apparently that's a thing. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Is it still recording? I heard a pop. Yeah, it's still recording. Okay. Is there something new, apparently? Friends online. Facebook. Poked me, poked back. Life and times of making a video. Yay!